staying on the path that I've chosen, straight up, come my way, and I'll see you at the top. 'Cause something's gonna happen in this story.
My name's Nancy Walters. I've been RVing for 4 years, and the name of our blog is RV-A-GoGo, and my partner.
And I'm Dr. Betsy Dresser, and I'm her partner, and have been RVing together with her for 4 years now. And we took off from New Orleans. We lived in Cincinnati, Ohio before that, and found our way down to New Orleans for 15 years. So a lot of our friends thought it was really kind of strange that we were going to hit the road after 15 years in New Orleans. I mean, how do you leave New Orleans? We were both in professional careers, and obviously there's an age difference between my partner and I had been in a career for many years, and as well as Nancy, and we were both associated with the zoo and aquarium field, and it was serious business at one point as far as our science and the things that we did. Nancy can explain what she was doing at the time.
I have a master's degree in wildlife science, so I was a wildlife biologist for the National Park Service and U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. And I had done that for a number of years, and I really enjoyed when my career first started, and I was outside in the field all the time. And then as my job changed and as my pay grade increased, I found myself staying more and more time in the office. So I wasn't doing the outdoor things that I really loved. So I actually made a drastic career change and went to culinary school, and then worked in the culinary field for a couple of years in New Orleans. And we knew we were going to hit the road, but it gave me an opportunity to do something that I always wanted to do without really, with knowing in the future that we were going to travel. But because we both have a wildlife and animal interest, we love going to the state parks and national parks, national forests, and this RVing lifestyle gives us the opportunity to do that.
And when we first talked about it, it was kind of an idea, and it was kind of an off-the-wall idea. And both of us kind of looked at each other and said, could we really leave our careers and go and do this? And we said, yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And so we went to RV college. We took a course called Life on Wheels, and we went and met a lot of people that did this kind of RVing, and we thought, boy, this would be a great stimulator for if we're going to change. Sometimes in life you just make changes. You just move from a career to doing something different, like Nancy just said about going to culinary school.
We have a 2010 Tiffin Phaeton. It's 40 feet long. We wanted a lot of space. We'd never owned an RV before, but we knew from the get-go we were going to go full-time. And we had talked to a lot of people that had RVs, that full-timed, and what the biggest mistake a lot of them made was they bought small, thinking they may not like it or they don't need the space. But then we talked to other people who said, if you're going to do it, this is kind of what you want. We knew we wanted things like a residential refrigerator. We wanted a lot of slide out, so we had the room. We've always had a lab that travels with us, so we liked the additional space.
She wanted a big kitchen.
I wanted a big kitchen, and we liked the quality of it and the comfort. And we like all the windows and the light and stuff like that allows us to enjoy the outdoors even when we have to be inside.
And a lot of people say, oh my gosh, you're a woman, how do you drive this thing? It's like women just don't drive motorhomes. Well, we bought a DVD on how to drive a motorhome, and we haven't had any problems at all driving it. And more women really need to drive.
We learned in an hour.
Yeah.
Just plug the DV in and there we go. We do supplement some with work camping, and what we found is the greatest thing is, even if you're not getting paid to work camp, you're parked in one spot for a while, so you're not using diesel. Your camping costs go down considerably if you get a free site or work exchange for a site. And then also we've started writing blogs for Amerigo RV, and so we do get paid for that.
And yeah, I mean, mostly it was, we knew we wanted to do this, so we saved for a long time and invested well.
Yeah, and also, you know, you have people that work 2 jobs and that do not spend much time together. And I was working at night, she was working at day, so we really didn't see each other a lot. And then all of a sudden we're thrust into this lifestyle where we have 1 car, 1 phone that we share, you know, a small house. So that, I think, we thought was going to be a bigger adjustment period, but it really wasn't. But that was one thing I think people need to know before they hit the road, even if it's not full-time, but you're going to have a lot of togetherness. So.
And we've talked about that as far as space. If she needs her space or I need my space, we just say, you know what, we need to be alone for a little while. So sometimes one of us is outside while one's inside. Sometimes we go on our own to see some things. But we are together a lot. It's just that we respect each other's space, I think. Can I just say, because of the age difference, because then I can make fun of this.
Okay.
Many people think, you know, we're mother and daughter. And so, you know, they'll say things like that. And so we just kind of laugh. And it's particularly men, you know, that'll say, oh, well, something about to her about your mother, or, you know.
And sometimes we let them go with that.
Yeah, we let them go with it.
Depends
that's
on
what they
you
want
know,
to think.
I mean, it's.
We don't care.
Yeah.
But
I don't think we've had any discrimination or challenges that we might have thought we were going to have, because a lot of the full-time RVing is a different demographics, and I think only maybe 3 times have people even asked what our relationship was, and then once they found out it was not an issue, they were just curious. So I mean, I would say if people are apprehensive about it, there's no reason to be, and that's true for every place in the country we've traveled.
To me, I thought I knew a lot in life because I had a college education and, you know, worked all those years. I have learned so much, and I think as long as you continue to learn and you can, you know, your mind's stimulated and you can laugh, I think that's such an important thing. And so I think it's really made me realize that since we've been on the road. Don't you?
I do, and I think I've learned more patience, because you can't, you know, you're together, you kind of have to work things out. Things don't always go your way. Motorhome breaks, there's a problem with your car, the campground's full, so I think you just kind of have to put it all in stride, and at times when it's happening you're frustrated, you're upset, but you just have to, you know, step back and let it go.
And I love that she's learned patience.
It's taken a while. We spent about 3 years, maybe 4 years, preparing ourselves for this. We learned about motorhomes. We decided which one we wanted. We sold our stuff. We quit our job. So it was a process. But I'm glad that we took the time to make the decisions we did and learn all that we could. But then that we made the step. Because we kept maybe pushing it back a little. We hadn't decided what motorhome, whatever. But finally we said we're going to buy it, and that's it. Once we did, we just moved forward. So I think you need that period. Don't jump into it too quickly. Make sure you know what you're getting into, but once you do that and you've made the decision, definitely do it.
And I say it's a life changer. It really is.